Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to this extraordinary council meeting of the 10th of August 2021, which is commencing at 5 p.m. This is now, to hear submissions to the draft road management plan. This meeting is held in accordance with the Strathbogie Shire's governance rules and ministerial good practice guidelines, MGPG1, for virtual meetings. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land which we are meeting. I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. Due to the COVID pandemic restriction, this meeting is being held virtual. If a councillor has a conflict of interest in the matter, they will be asked to leave the meeting, and no discussion on this matter will be commenced until we are sure they have left the meeting. Councillors will rejoin the meeting after the matter has been considered and voted and concluded. If we have technical difficulties during today's meeting, which means we'll be unable to broadcast the meeting to the public, we will adjourn the meeting for 15 minutes. If this issue is not resolved after this time, we may extend the adjournment or even delay the consideration of unfinished business on the agenda to another day when the meeting is to be able to streamed live and the public, or have the public in the gallery. CEO Solomon, do we have any apologies? Thank you.
Thank you, and through you, Mayor, we have an apology from the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Melanie Lykos, for today's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO. Do we have any disclosure of conflicts of interest in tonight's discussions? Okay, no, we don't. Okay, we'll now move onto the consider item 5 of the agenda, Officer's Report. Tonight we have one report in item 5.3.1, which is to hear submissions to the draft road management plan. Director, Community and Planning, Amanda Tingate, may I have a summary of the report, please?
Thank you, Mayor Rayburn. Council's road management plan sets reasonable standards in relation to the performance of road management functions for the maintenance of its public roads, pathways and associated infrastructure. At the June 2021 Council meeting, Council resolved to undertake a Section 223 process in accordance with the Local Government Act 1989, calling for submissions in relation to Council's review of the planning of the road management plan. Following this Section 223 process, 12 submissions were received regarding the draft management plan. 2 of those 12 submitters have requested to be heard. Tonight, councillors, there are those two submitters join us to present their submissions. Thank you, Mayor Rayburn.
Thank you, Director. The first person who will be speaking tonight will be Dale Sheehan. Dale will have 5 minutes to talk to us about her submission, and then then the next one will be Bruce Zibble, and he has also 5 minutes, and once we've heard both of them, we'll go further on with the meeting. So first, can we have Dale come forward and speak to us, please?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. I'm assuming you've read the draft road management plan I sent in on the 16th of the 7th, 2021. And what I want to add to that, I've said before, the whole area around, well, for start off, the Avenel to Longwood Road is degrading constantly. Plank Street and Bank Street intersection is always bad, constant potholes and water damage. McDonald's Road, the road that runs across and is parallel to the heading towards the Nagambie Way is awful. It's always potholed north to south, and it's badly damaged, and potholes are a shame, and it's a huge safety issue. Drain the roads correctly would save time and money. The problem is not the workers, it's the supervisors. They are not adequately instructed nor directed. They may think they are doing the right thing and do the least they can to get away with, probably because they don't know any better. Management and supervision seems to be that problem. take the cheapest price and keep on paying for it. Why, with things not fixed up, I don't know why there was an awful mess made on the Livingston Road, Ewings Road and Avenel is still not fixed up. There is a line, there's a very wide bit with no line for turning right. You can turn left from, there's a road to turn left when you're coming in from Queen Street. There is no road to turn right easily. It's got to have people go around you. When you're coming up Livingston Street, there's heaps of width there. It looks like they got their drawing wrong. It's also come complete with potholes, which is really interesting. And I saw that there was extra money paid to these people because of a Telstra problem. I don't know why that wasn't addressed by the contractors at the start. So anyway, that's a huge thing. It's not about being nice when it comes to awarding contracts or having employees work for you. It's actually about getting the work done very well that ratepayers pay. As I pointed out, the roads are supposed to be lasting for 20, 40, 100 years. We're not getting, well, the Livingston Street piece, we didn't get half a day out of it. And it's appalling. And who's responsible? I want to know anyway, who's responsible for the Seymour Avenel Road? There never seems to be an answer to that question. And why did the Shire contract the badly done Livingston Street Road? It's a Vic Roads Road, that part of Jones Street from the freeway, Mitchell Street, along and across to Livingston Street, down to Ewings Road, across to Queen Street and up Bank Street. That, as far as I'm aware, is a Vic Roads Road. But this whole thing is just, and it is really a long-winded waste of time. The reoccurring problems on roads show the work is either not correct nor not well executed. Do it once very well should be the mantra. And there are some good things being done, but there's a lot of roads that are they're bad. And basically it's water damage. And as I pointed out, the road from Veerings Road that goes up and across Bank Street, when you're coming up there, it's again a continuous mess. It's been graded, but there's nowhere for the water to go because the edges are higher than the runoff spaces. And when you're going up that road from Veerings Road up to Bank Street, there's a sign there and you can't see that. All you see is a road in front of you, but in between that there is the Bank Street Road, and it's quite deceptive and it needs addressing. But there are so many roads in the Shire area need doing, and there's some good work being done. But then there's other stuff that isn't, like stuff that's been done that gets redone again. If it happens to need to be redone again, then obviously the works weren't done right in the first place, or the surveys in regards to those works weren't done right. And it just needs to be fixing, and it's something that everybody wears one way or another. Cars get damaged, people get wet, crossing roads are all lumpy. The post work from the Livingston Street when they were running all around the town to avoid that section.
Excuse me, Dale, you have 1 minute to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the stuff that was done around the town so they could do that Ewings Road, Livingston Road intersection, all the streets that are damaged have not been fixed. Throwing a bit of dirt on it and having it rain, it's just potholes back again. So that should be at the cost of the person who did the works, the contractor's costs. Anyway, I'm happy to talk to it further, and I just hope you've read my report. Thank you very much for giving me the time.
Pleasure, Dale. Absolute pleasure. Councillors, do you have any questions of Dale? Councillor Murray.
Thank you, Dale, for your input. It's much appreciated. Council, I think we're sort of aware that project management historically has been an issue, and we're working hard to try and address that particular issue about project management. So thank you for your input.
Thank you.
Any other councillors? If not, no, Dale, thank you very, very much, as Councillor Murray said, for your input. We appreciate our community coming back with us after our draft road management plan went out to come back and give us a critique on where we are and how we're going. So thank you very much, and we appreciate it. And we'll have a response back to the council meeting in September to try and answer a lot of your questions. So thank you. All right, I'd like to ask Bruce now if you'd come forward and speak to us if possible, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bruce.
Hi, my name is Bruce Sabel, and thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you. I believe this plan is too narrow. The Shire has a wonderful network of roads, road reserves and roadsides. This provides remnant Indigenous flora and fauna, habitats and evidence of First Nations prior occupation of the land, i.e. scar trees. Paragraph 151 of the draft plan on environmental issues to roads raises noise, dust and vibrations. No discussion within the plan on protecting and expanding this flora and fauna. As First Nations artefacts are protected by law in Victoria, I assume the Council has a plan and a process to safeguard this history. The Road Management Plan makes no reference to this responsibility. Second point, nowadays road users use digital maps to navigate our Shire. They probably don't cross-reference the Shire's road register to verify which roads are maintained. These non-maintained roads are impassable and even dangerous. The Council has a duty of care to the safety of road users to advise them, i.e. maybe a small sign at the start of a road saying this road is not maintained by the Council or dry weather road only. That's it. Thank you very much for your time. Best of well for the night.
Thanks, Bruce. Very much appreciate your comments and your submission. Councillors, do you have any comments? Thank you. Okay, no comments. Thanks, Bruce, very much. And we'll have a response back to your submission by September, our September meeting. So thank you for your input.
Cheers.
Councillors, you have heard from our both submitters. Can we have a motion, please, and state your motion? Councillor Binks, your motion is, thanks.
Thank you. I'd just like to move a motion that we note that we have received these submissions from the two submitters today.
Thank you very much. And what is recommended in the
yes, and what's recommended in the recommended report that we accept that recommendation as put out by the officers. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Binks. Is there a seconder? Councillor Murray, thank you. Councillor Binks, would you like to say anything or not?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to say once again how we appreciate people taking the opportunity to submit, to make submissions. And I'd like to second the support of the officer's recommendations that are contained on that page in our agenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other councillor like to speak? Councillor Horrigan?
Thank you, through you, Mayor. I too just like to say thank you to the people that took their time out to come and speak, and I'm really grateful that they're taking the time to read the documents that we're submitting. Yeah, thank you both.
Pleasure. Any other councillor? If not, I'd just like to thank the 12 submitters who have taken the time and the energy to put in a submission to the council, because we've been asked by the state government to go out and talk to our community on many projects and many plans we've got, and to have people come back and give us their input is very, very enheartening, and I look forward to more people having more say over the years to come. So I really appreciate that, and I thank them very much. So I'd like to put the motion. All those in favour? Against? Declare it carried. So, councillors, that's the end of the meeting tonight. So the opportunity for those submissions will be a draft road management plan. I encourage you all to watch the September 2021 meeting, where officers will prepare a report providing recommendations on the important document. So there's any other confidential business, CEO?
Thank you, and through you, Mayor, no, there is no confidential matters to be discussed tonight.
Okay, councillors, thank you for your time, and thank you for the community listening in, and thank you for the submitters. Good night.